Right, so next new skill is making homemade sausages. The first step is I've mixed everything except for the meat and the casing. So in here we've got PDV salt, we've got ground black pepper, ground mace, ground ginger, ground nutmeg, and some homemade breadcrumbs because I always keep the crusts, and then do a batch of basically roasting the crusts until they're really nice and dry, and then just blitzing them in the food processor, and then they store really well in the freezer. So that's all mixed in there. Okay, so now the fun bit. So I've already taken, so basically what I've got here is pork shoulder and pork belly with a generous amount of fat. I've cut it up into sort of smallish cubes, and then we do the fun bit, which is mincing. So yeah, fairly straightforward. Just pack down into the mincer. Bit tricky with one hand. Actually impossible with one hand. Hang on a second. See if I can do this just for the purpose of the camera. There we go. So there we go. It's taking it through. On the end is a 6mm piece. I actually forget what you call the blade. And I'm just going to mince all of this up ultimately, and that's a really good way to mix together the two types of meat, but obviously to get the consistency that we need to make sausages. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress now. So this is where really the investment comes in. Once you've got all the kit, it's actually quite low cost to make sausages, which is the reason I'm doing all of this really, to get the best quality food at a reasonable price. But you need a bit of kit to do this. So also I had the mincer, and now this is the sausage stuffer. So we basically got the sausage meat into the canister, which we're going to lock into the sausage stuffer itself. Okay, so we're actually doing really well. We obviously put the natural hog casing on first, and if you haven't done it before, it's a pretty funny experience, to be honest, but it's pretty tricky to film with one hand. So what we're going to do now, let's have a go, see if we can do this. So Emily's twisted the first sausage, and then you want to basically move the hog casing off at about the same speed as the meat coming out. And then we're doing this for the first time, by the way, so I'm no expert. And then what we did when we got about 10 centimeters, that's the size sort of sausage, I just took a bit of pressure off with the handle, pull some of the casing forward, and just being super careful not to split the casing. And then there you have it. My amazing assistant can make sausages. Absolutely fantastic. So that's it. We're going to finish up, but I hope it's been helpful. It's pretty easy to do. You just need to buy good ingredients and have a couple of bits of kit in the first place. And there we have it. I actually forgot to count, but probably 20 or so sausages there. We started off with not that much, so fairly surprised. They're a nice chunky sausage, and going to enjoy giving them a go on the camping stove tomorrow.